Hello everyone, this is Cody Soltis from ConsciousLove.org, here for your weekly Angel Oracle card reading and energy forecast for the week of August 17th, a Monday, to Sunday, August 23rd. This week, I have two decks out that I'm very excited to introduce you guys to. The first is the Return of Spirit Oracle card decks by Cheryl Lee Harnish. I love her, and this is one of the decks that really got me really trusting my intuition. There's just these beautiful fractal images that you guys will get to see, as well as just one or two words on it. I love it. It's perfect. Each time I pick up a card, it means something different, and it really helped me start listening to, the messages streaming into me instead of, what the card is saying. We're not reading the card, we're reading the energy. The cards are just tools, and this is a fantastic one if you think you're ready to bridge the gap, I'll say, to start getting away from those ones that might be too wordy in doing the work for you. This is a fantastic one, I'd say, to help you just jump up a few steps. In addition, we have another Doreen Virtue deck. This is Angel Answers. It's by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. They're the ones who worked on, her famous Angel Tarot cards. I believe the Guardian Angel Tarot as well, but that might just be Doreen. But definitely the Angel Power Tarot deck as well. Maybe you guys will see them one day. So before I dive into this week's readings, I want to say thank you guys so much for your continued support. It's probably, week two, roughly. I don't know how long I've been on air. But you guys have continued to be supportive. You guys have been subscribing, which I am thrilled about. I'm up to 33, and hey, that's double the last time I got excited, so hopefully the trend continues in that direction. I also have a few of you who requested your free readings, and I'm definitely going to do that probably right now after I finish these weeklies. However, I want to make the disclaimer to everyone out there that I got like 4 requests. I think I'm going to cap at 10, only because I would love to keep doing free readings and to get the publicity, but a source tells me and other light workers tell me that you want to be careful with that, and I agree. I have a habit of giving and giving and giving too much without any energetic exchange. So I just want to make sure that the spiritual services aren't taking advantage of, which they won't be. But yeah, I'm excited, and again, I want to be doing this as a legitimate profession, not just something to pass the time with. Again, it's my spiritual work as much as it is your spiritual work. I do want to say, guys, these readings have been coming true. Again, that's not a shock to me. They're not like fortune telling, woo, it's just forecast and it's angelic guidance. I've had Scorpio friends who finally had an awakening, which is a big, profound, energetic moment, which, manifests in many different ways for different people. Some people have epiphanies, some people, have astral visions, I'll say, or just truly spiritual moments that are life-changing, I'll say. So hopefully you guys have been feeling that as well. Same thing with me. I always give these messages and I always forget that they apply to me as well, and then always, like clockwork, midweek I'm like, bam, I get hit with it. And it's like I should have taken my own guidance. I should have paid attention. But again, that's how I work. I say these messages to you guys, and including myself, for the week ahead. And sometimes it makes sense, but again, it's not about avoiding the future that's coming. It's just, helping you be aware of it. It's not to, completely disarm it. And really, I find myself going back and rewatching these throughout the week, and at the end of the week to review, oh, that's how it manifested. And I get good retrospection as well as, foresight for the future. So I hope you guys are doing that as well. Again, I'm not fishing for views, purely it's kind of about doing the spiritual work, I think, to be making sure that I'm tuning into the guidance being received. And I've been getting some personal guidance for me that's really difficult to deal with. I've been getting a lot of, don't hope for relationships, be working on your physical self, which is very hard for me to be doing. I don't, I hear those guidances, and sometimes they're stern, and they're just like, hey, you need to be doing this. It's part of you. You need to take care of this. And I'm working through some of those, negative thoughts that we've been raised with, and trying to overcome my own pessimism, I'll say. So again, it's because we're spiritual does not absolve us from the realities of this human experience. We're meant to be going through these things. And as an angel communicator and medium, it's all about loving guidance, not about living life for you. So I pray that you guys are having a fantastic week and will continue to have a fantastic week. I hope you guys enjoy my new backdrop. I went to a gem fair today and I got these lovely tapestries, and I really like this one, as well as this amazing. I spent way too much money on this. I'm not going to tell you how much. It's a meditation sound bowl, and it's ginormous, and if I can find one of the mallets, I'm going to drop it, but it's really cool. And it's beautiful, and I can just see it, in place for my future apartment or whatever. Okay, I'm rambling. And they're saying no. Yeah, I'm just gonna say this has been a hard week for me, actually. So if you have any words of encouragement, I would really appreciate that. My job's picking up, and I really want to be continuing doing these things. I really want this to become not just my hobby, it's my calling. And I guess I need a little bit of help feeling validated in that. But yeah, that's a me thing. That's an ego thing I gotta work out. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your support watching these videos. I know you've been waiting a really long time for me to stop talking about my week, so let's get into these readings, okay? Hello, Earth signs. This is for my Taurus, my Virgo, and my Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? Capricorn, right? Yeah, cool. The same thing happened before, where the cards jumped out, so that's going to be our theme. Okay, they're asking me to mix things up just to give a little clarity with some reversals. That's fine. Ooh, there we go. Top it off. Ooh, oh, no, this. Interesting. Okay. So let's see what we have here. I know it looks a little bit messy, but I know it's good. So we have two things happening for our theme of the week. The sun's going down. My first camera died, so I'm using my mother's camera. That used to be mine that I did the first videos on, but I bought a new one. Anyway. I'm a mess. So let me take a moment to center myself. And to tune into the angelic guidance that's coming our way. So Earth signs, you haven't been honoring your beauty and strength, they're saying. We have the surfacing card, which is telling me it's upside down, so it's dirty and it's being buried. These are very abstract for me. So there's certain situations in your life and certain people in your life that are burying you right now. That are kind of covering you up. So they're kind of blanketing you with negativity. Gotta sneeze. Bless me, thank you. Yeah, I'm getting external, that there's people in your world who are causing drama and really suppressing you. Not so much overwhelming you, just really lowering your energy, really making you sluggish and slow and unhappy and maybe depressed. just burying you under so much guilt and shame and pain. And this may relate back to last week's, where there was that need to let go of those people in our lives. But right now, we're getting some backlash. So they're reminding me again, okay, that thing about the seed. That seeds get planted, and even though it seems dark, it doesn't know that it's growing, and it's reaching its way towards the light, and it's going to flourish and flower and blossom. So here's a message for you to realize that despite the pain you're going through this week, despite the negativity and the darkness you may be experiencing and perceiving, you're being planted, not buried. You're not dead. You're being put in the right conditions for you to be growing. Again, the only time we're ever in darkness is when we need to be shining our light. It's an opportunity for us to be shining our love and our light into the world. So, really, be recognizing the truth about what I just said. Be recognizing your beauty, your worth, your value, your power, your magnificence, they're saying. Don't let other people's perception of you dictate how you see yourself. I'm getting those people who are burying you with that shame and that guilt are really warping your sense of identity, okay? Are really warping how you feel and think and see yourself. They're warping your self-concept. They're warping your self-esteem. They're just making you feel like dirt, very much. And you need to be seeing and recognizing that you are divinity, not dirt. That you are miraculous and wonderful and powerful, and that things happen for a reason. And the fact that this very moment is building up and building that pressure for you to shine your light and to have this experience. So don't succumb to the negativity. Because the more it piles on you, the more pressure is put on you, the faster you'll turn into a gem. Okay? The faster you will crystallize and harden and become your true beautiful self. So, not that I think you think that the universe is against you. You're really caught up in the drama of this person in this situation. But if you trust that these things are given to you, and I think that you do, you trust that these things are given to you for a reason, and that it's going to be given to you to transform, and to flourish, and to become something more beautiful than you ever thought you could be. You're realizing your true magnificence by these challenges sent your way. And you do realize that. At some degree, you do realize that. So you don't hate this person. But you might be hating yourself. A little bit. And that's the thing that you're being prepared to not do. Okay? So know that those feelings of self-loathing and those feelings of being buried on by other people, believe it or not, the dark is in service to you. And you're gonna shine. It's not gonna be the funnest moment, having all these negative things dropped all over you and pressing on you and making you feel uncomfortable. But once you reach your boiling point, pretty much, and you start transforming, and you realize, you know what, it's time for me to grow. It's time for me to take change and take action in my life and to no longer accept this. You will. And it's going to be magnificent. That's what they're saying. So realize that this is a temporary situation, that you will get through this. But maybe by the end of the week, you're going to be seeing how it's making you a stronger person. The fact that you go through all this sugar, honey, iced tea means that you can handle a lot, okay? If you were given this, that means you were meant to overcome it. That's how amazing you are. As much as this sucks, you can deal with it. You can do it. You got it. It's already done. It's already been foreseen. You will get through this. And you're going to feel so much better, they're saying, like next Sunday. Or next week. You're going to feel so much better once you get through this downswing of energies. It's normal. It's natural. Don't avoid your emotions that you're experiencing this week. Take care of yourself. So, spiritually, what's happening? We have the manifestation card, which means you're going to be getting what you really want in life after you make these transformations that you need to be making. Okay? Everything happens for a reason. You always get what you need, not what you want. And to help you get what you want, to help you be creating the reality that you're really wanting. Those things in the past that happened this week and last week had to have happened. If you were in a bad relationship, but you always wanted it to be good, well, guess what? That had to happen, as terrible as it was. Like, don't be deluded to thinking that was going to be the perfect one. You had to let go of that one so the new one can come in. So once you deal with this week of depression, you're going to see things more clearly come Sunday and Monday of next week, they're saying. About now that that's done and over with, and you vented and you cried and you dealt with it and you accepted that it's over, whatever it was, you're going to start seeing the future and getting a little bit more hopeful for the things coming in now that things went out. Energy has to fill its space. So that's a good sign. Again, we never like that. We don't like, and sometimes that's why we cheat, is that we don't want to deal with being alone. So, and we don't want to break up with who we have because we don't want to be alone even though we don't like them, which is silly. And then we go searching out for other people, and then once we have them secure, we're going to break up with that person and hope that they never find out. And that's not the nicest thing if you're not being considered other people involved. So you need to be brave enough and strong enough, and you will be, to realize that it's okay to be alone, okay? You are not weak if you're alone. It's when you're vulnerable, and it's when you're alone, that you find out how really strong you are and what you can really deal with and get through on your own. Okay, so this needs to happen, especially if they were the ones who are putting you down and always making you feel lower and lower and lower. You need them gone so that you can start feeling better and better and better about yourself. And then I pray that everything happens for a reason for you, and that you know, if a person does come in to fill that void, that it's for divine reasons. Not because you are clinging to other people to make yourself feel better. So be mindful of that if you're doing that, okay? Be mindful, is this a godsend? Or is this another test for me to make the choice to say, no thank you, I need to be alone and work on myself? Big relationship things again. And we have right order. I'm sorry, it's kind of dark out, I hope you guys can see. So things are shifting into the right order, however it's in reverse, which means that as much as it's in the right order, it's not going to feel that pleasant. I'm getting a lot of blunt, it's not going to be pleasant this week messages. It happens. Spirituality is not all rainbows and sunshine, but it's okay. We're going to get through it. They're telling me to go to the outcome first. Ooh, good. Change of mind. You're going to be changing your belief about yourself. You're going to be changing your mind about, you know what, I don't want this anymore. I want this, and I know I want this, and I'm not going to give up until I get that. You're going to be such a stronger person after a few rounds, I'm sensing, of these lessons. It might not happen at the end of this week, per se. But as these things keep coming to you and beating you up, you have that same situation happen over and over again. That's because you haven't been learning what you need to have learned. So some of you, I'm getting, this is going to keep happening in a cycle until you learn what you need to learn to break the cycle. So in the distant future, it's saying, you're going to be changing your mind. And even for the first one, you're going to be shifted and changed and grown that little bit more. So don't hate yourself if you get back in the same situation. It's okay. Everything's in divine and perfect order. Everything is as it needs to be. Okay? It'll be okay. I'm going to give you your meditation card before this guidance with the block. That's what they're telling me to do. Simplicity. They're saying focus on living a simple life. On having things be not complicated. Specifically this week and for your future. Stay away from people who complicate things. Do what you need to do to keep your head above water. Okay? To not feel that you're being drowned by all the emotional energies of everyone else around you. Okay? Focus on what can make your life simpler. I think the bugs are coming out. My feet are getting itchy. Gross. So here's our guidance, and we have a block over it, so let's just see what's coming through. Oh, been there. Okay. You're not having faith in yourself because you've been stretched too thin. This is the gifted card, and I always see the black ribbons as being stretched too thin. You've been using your gifts your kindness, your love, your giving nature, your empathy, whatever it may be, too much. And it spreads your energy thin. And you make attachments with these people who are just sucking energy out of you left and right. Parents, boyfriends, girlfriends, exes, poor friends who just, aren't really that friendly. Or aren't giving as much as they're receiving from you. You give and give and give and give and give and give and give until there's nothing left for you. Which is why you need to have this moment of solitude where your energy is yours. No one else's. So you might feel upset. You might feel pained. You might feel like crying. And hey, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with crying. That's actually a really good thing to get to release those energies. So please cry. If you have an emotion, express it. Healthily. Don't hold it in. Bugs coming out. The more you're alone, they're saying, the more you're going to have faith in yourself. The more you stop taking care of those other people, you're going to be seeing yourself, you're going to be seeing the good in you. You're going to be seeing things like, you know what? I gave and gave and gave to that person. I was not what they called me. I was amazing. And if they let me go, then they don't deserve me. Guess what? I deserve better than them. I have all these good qualities in me. I am a gift to this world. I am a blessing. And this is not about ego. This is about proper humility, seeing yourself the way you really are. So the more you're alone, the more you have faith in yourself, the brighter your outlook is going to be on yourself. And the more you're going to get closer and closer to changing yourself. And again, that goes back to our bridge. The more that you're alone, the more that you deal with those painful situations and can grow from it, the more you're going to be recognizing yourself for who you truly are and seeing yourself as a blessing and as a fractal of the divine, not as whatever other people told you to think yourself you are. That was good grammar. Wow. I'm sorry if that was unclear. Like, it's dark, there's bugs are coming out. I feel itchy. But yeah. I'm gonna be talking to you guys. It'll be okay, it'll be okay, it'll be okay. This week is painful, I understand, but you need to be seeing the good that's coming your way. A lot of good is coming your way. A lot. So don't avoid this negative experience, because it's not bad, it's not evil, it's just necessary. This emotions, they'll be transforming you to make you, to change you for the better. So that you don't, allow those same experiences to happen to you again. Okay? And if it wasn't that big of a deal in the past week, you might be one of those people who has to learn the lesson again in the future. And that's fine. It is what it is. No judgment. Yeah. And so it is, they said, that the message was clear, even though I don't think it is. There's bugs flying in my eyes, so hopefully you're laughing at me in my struggle. Oh my god, I'm going nuts. I am outside, I just hung up full tapestry and stuff. Whatever, it's probably pitch black, I don't even know if you can see me. I love you guys so much, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, I hope you don't... I had to start doing these inside, I guess, where... whatever. Hang in there, you are more strong and beautiful than you are aware. It's true. And look forward to the positivity that's coming. You let go of that bad stuff for a reason. You're just dealing with the aftermath, but it will pass. And everything will be okay. Everything happens in divine and perfect order. Blessings, you guys. I love you. Namaste.